Hey guys, my name is Evan and welcome to Economics 101, your number one source for everything econ. Have you ever wondered why more and more people are driving for Uber, delivering food through DoorDash, freelancing online, or juggling multiple side hustles instead of just working one traditional 9 to 5? This isn't just a trend, it's one of the biggest structural shifts happening in the US labor market. Today, we're going to break down the economics of the gig economy and why it's becoming such an important part of American workforce. By the end of the video, hopefully you'll be able to understand why the gig economy has expanded so rapidly, the economic benefits and hidden risks for workers and businesses, and what this trend means for inflation, Federal Reserve, financial markets, and everyday consumers. Before we jump into the video, I do have a quick favor that really helps to grow the channel. If you enjoy easy to understand breakdowns of economics, finance, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with somebody who is into this kind of content. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. So when economists talk about the gig economy, they're referring to work that's temporary, freelance, contract based, or completed through digital platforms instead of traditional long term employment. Think about companies like Uber and Lyft, DoorDash. And instead of receiving a salary and employee benefit, gig workers generally are paid per task, delivery ride, project, or contract. The appeal is the flexibility. Workers often decide when to work, how much to work, which jobs to accept. Technology has dramatically lowered the cost of matching workers with customers, making gig work more accessible than ever before. And that raises an important question. Why are so many people choosing this path? Excuse me. Several powerful economic forces are fueling this shift. So, first off, is the flexibility. Many workers value the ability to create their own schedules rather than being tied down to fixed hours. Second is income diversification. As inflation increased in recent years, many households looked for additional income to offset higher costs. So, gig work often became a practical way to supplement your earnings. So, the third way is technology. Smartphones, GPS, digital payments have made finding short term work almost instantaneous. And at the same time, businesses appreciate the flexibility of scaling labor up or down depending on demand, potentially lowering certain operating costs. But while the benefits are clear, the story doesn't end there. The rapid growth of gig work also creates new challenges for workers and the broader economy. Now, gig work offers freedom, but often with less financial security. Traditional jobs may provide benefits such as things like health insurance, paid vacation, unemployment protection. Independent contractors frequently need to arrange and fund many of these benefits themselves. So income can also fluctuate from week to week depending on demand, seasonality, platform incentives, and local economic conditions. Another condition is taxes. So for independent contractors are generally responsible for managing estimated tax payments and covering both the employee and employer portion of certain payroll taxes. For many people, the flexibility outweighs these trade offs. For others, unpredictable income can make long term financial planning more difficult. Now, let's look at the broader picture. The labor market is one of the most closely watched indicators by economists and policymakers. Gig work can influence employment statistics, labor force participation, and household income in ways that are sometimes harder to measure than traditional payroll jobs. A more flexible workforce may help businesses respond quickly to changing consumer demand. However, if a growing share of workers relies on valuable income, consumer spending can become more sensitive to economic slowdowns. So, productivity is another area of debate. Digital platforms can improve efficiency by connecting workers and customers quickly. At the same time, questions remain about the long term career development, training, and innovation in the labor market with more short term work arrangements. So, how does the Federal Reserve fit into the picture? Quick pause. If you want more breakdowns like this, please be sure to subscribe and share this video with someone who's interested in economics or investing or labor market. Let's hop back into it. So, the Federal Reserve has a dual mandate. Talked about it in previous videos, promoting maximum employment and maintaining stable prices. While gig work isn't the only factor that the Fed considers, changes in labor market dynamics can influence how policymakers view employment conditions. So, on the other hand, if widespread income volatility weakens spending, it may signal slowing momentum in the economy. Recent economic data has shown inflation easing substantially from 2022 peak. So policymakers continue to monitor inflation, employment, GDP when considering interest rate decisions. So for investors, these shifts can affect sectors that are tied to technology platforms, and for businesses adapting to the workforce that increasingly values flexibility may require new compensation and different business strategies. The future of work is likely to include a mix of traditional employment and flexible work arrangements rather than one replacing the other. Understanding that balance will be increasingly important as the economy continues to evolve. The gig economy has become far more than a collection of side hustles. It's reshaping how people earn income. As technology continues to evolve and workforce preferences change, the role of flexible work is likely to remain a major topic in discussion about productivity, inflation, and economic growth. So if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And do you think the gig economy creates more opportunity or more uncertainty for workers in the long run? This is Economics 101, your number one source for everything econ. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.